So here's the start of day 3. Definitely taken a lot longer than I thought, just due to other life things getting in the way, errands, all that kind of stuff. As you can see, fully trenched here. This is one of my zones. And got another one starting here, going all the way back and across. Pump is again located over there. You can see some of my lines are a little crooked, but be fine. Here's an area where I trenched all the way to the fence. Had to get as close as I could, so start in one direction. And then things down there forced me, those poles forced me to go in a different direction, so I had to do half and half. And you can see trenches don't quite meet. That's right, I can fix that. So lesson learned there. It's in a hurry, had to return the trenchers, so I didn't have too much time to. One of the problems that I had with a trencher is that in the soft sand, we see, of course, we don't have a sprinkler system yet, so the grass back here died due to shade and lack of water. So it's all sand, and trenching through sand, it basically caves in on itself. So a lot of this will have to be kind of re-scooped out, but the trench part is at least dug. It did save a lot of time. Day 3, electrical panel and pump area still remains about the same. Going to tackle at least the pump part and then the area where the pipes come in hopefully today, along with running all the lines. Here's show you some more trenching to that corner and then down the other side of the house. Front is definitely a mess. Can't really use the trenchers, a lot of electrical and stuff. I'll show you that. Here's the front of the house. You can see all the flags of electrical and gas and data, all that kind of stuff. So all this is going to have to be hand dug. I did actually do maybe about a 3-inch trench just to kind of get the line. I'm going to go straight out to the sidewalk, go under the sidewalk, and then everything will branch out to the right for those heads over there. So this tree, it has a lot of roots and it's going to be a pain in the butt to dig sprinklers through that part. So this part will be left for last. I'm not looking forward to it, but it is what it is. There's a couple areas like right here where you can see that green flag is where there's going to be a sprinkler. Here's the trench. I just decided not to fool the trencher and just hand dig this part. Probably may regret it, but that trencher was kind of hard to handle. And there's another one down there. And I don't know if you can tell, got a little crooked on this line. Again, was in a hurry to return the trencher, so got a little crooked, but again, that shouldn't be a problem. But looking at it now makes it look like you're drunk or something. So here we are, morning of day 4. Got a really late start yesterday, so these are not full days, unfortunately, but hopefully today will be, and we should be able to get the bulk of it done. This is zone 2 here that is complete. Kind of left the joints uncovered so far in case we can check for leaks and so on. So all the laterals are run, one to the wall there, one over to the fence, things like that. So I don't know, I think there's like 7 or 8 heads over here. So run, just need the heads to be put on. Gonna clear out the lines first before we do that. Pipe's going to pump. Pipe on the bottom goes all the way out to the front. It's zone 1, and the pipe on top is zone 2, which covers where I'm standing. Here's the area where all the pipes are going to go into the pump. The manifold area is going to come down there, and all the pipes will run out and do 90s and so on. And then the well line is here, which I'm going to 90, bring it right up against that dirt wall, and then up into the pump. Electrical still sits just waiting for the pump. So today is going to be hopefully all the zones. Again, I haven't done the front yard. It's going to be the last thing I do. Do all the roots and electrical and stuff, but get these done today, and hopefully get the system up and running today, all but the front yard. So here we are the morning of day 5. Wasn't able to work yesterday But on day 4, was definitely able to get a lot of work done. My father-in-law came over, my dad, of course my neighbor was still helping. So pretty much all the pipe is run. There's one section, again there's one section, the small front, zone 1. There's one section, zone 1, that I have yet to do anything with. I'll show you that here in a second, but all the other pipe is run. I just have one zone to put heads on, extenders and then little heads, and should be good to go. At least start flushing the system hopefully today. I'll show you what we did in the back here in a second. Got next to the driveway done. A lot of hand digging, didn't want to run the trencher, but next to the driveway all the way out to this small little corner piece. And this is the small front yard here. Then I'm going to leave for last. All this will need to be hand dug. See all the utilities that are underground there, and major roots due to that tree right there. So what I did is ran a line from the pump just to the corner over there. I'll leave it just exposed for whenever ready, but I capped it so I can run the entire system but this zone and take my time on this one. So here's the backyard. Definitely looks probably almost as bad as when I started, but much progress has been made. You can see there's a pipe sitting out exposed, ready to have heads put on it. And then back here, this zone here as well. So there's where the head's going to be. I do need to dig about a foot across to the trench. And then all the way back, going to have to put heads on it. But those are trenched, ready to go. This little section here, I'm going to use funny pipe, and I'm going to use it in a couple sections due to the angle, and also due to the slope of the hill back there, so you can use a little funny pipe. One kind of rookie mistake that I made is when I made a street L here for the well intake. It's all 2-inch pipe. You can see on the left hand connection, that shoulder where the pipe goes into the fitting is very narrow. It's basically a drain type fitting and not pressure type fitting. So chalk that up to a rookie mistake. We did test it quite a bit, and it seems to be holding fine. I definitely was taking my time gluing it. Of course, didn't discover until after I glued it. So I think I'm going to run with it. I'm going to mark it from the house, so whatever starts leaking or if I lose suction, I know that that's probably the culprit. So just didn't want to fool with it at this point because it seems to be functioning fine. Okay, so here's all the electrical, pump relays and so on. The pump is installed and anchored down. It's going over to, I've got a quick disconnect there. I'm going to have one on the output side as well, so if I ever have to replace the pump or fix the pump, little plug there. I need to prime it, so we use the prime. Shut off valve, I have one at the wellhead as well, but figured I'd put one in there. And filter, so you can see there's water in it. We're able to prime the well, prime the pump, and it was pumping really good. So we'll see how it works with the sprinkler system. Got a little bit of leak on that end there, you can see drip right there. So I'll take that off here in a bit and retape it. So it goes from there, holding that down till we get dirt, and then most of that is kind of submerged. Here's another area where I plan to use funny pipe. I'm going to go out 1-inch pipe, PVC, put a fitting on it, and then maybe have another about a foot out to the head, just due to the slope. So I've got the 90s kind of angled down to mimic the slope or to equal the slope of the property, but just might want to use funny pipe at the very end so I can easily adjust the sprinkler head angle. At this point, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I'm using thin wall for all the sprinkler lines, schedule 40 for the well lines, and all the manifold stuff is schedule 40. that hopefully will be built later on today. So here is, I don't remember what day it is, 6 or 7. There's a couple days in there where I could not work on the system, but and also failed to record before we got started on one day. Just wanted to get things done as quickly as possible, but very, very close. I'll consider it about, I don't know, with the zones I set out to do, minus the front yard again, we're probably about 85% done. This side here is all done, all heads on. Got a couple heads that are water's flowing, got the manifold done, I'll show you in a second. A couple heads are clogged, so got to work on that. Take you over and show you the manifold. A little loud with the AC running, but here's the manifold. So 4 zones from left to right, 1 through 4, and of course you've seen the well intake on the right coming down and going out to their various locations. We did actually have, I think it was that joint right there. First I kind of shied away from that purple primer, but it actually proved to be helping troubleshooting. Turned the zone on, free flowed it, and flushed the lines without any heads, and it actually worked well. Put heads on it, turned the system on, and that joint right there failed and was inside yard. All the heads went back down and came back, and this whole trench was full of water. So kind of traced it down, saw that that was disconnected, and also the fact that it didn't have any purple there led us to understand that it was not glued. So anyways, lesson learned. Maybe good to get the purple primer. We did pick up some clear, so all the connections above ground for just purposes of keeping it clean are used with clear primer. So here's one of the sections here where I've got some section of pipe, and then decided to run, it's a little hard to see, but some funny pipe. It's black right there in the middle, all the way out to where the head's going to be right there. So just because it slopes down pretty heavy right there, so figured I'd use some funny pipe just to do something different. And I've got also one in the corner that we use to kind of make up a funky angle. I'll show you. For this zone here, it was pretty much a funky angle. We've got a one head down there, so we put in a 90, and we're kind of able to bend the pipe a little bit or angle it down, because it's not a true 90 as it goes down there. And on this one we decided just to put a piece of funny pipe and bury the head right there. So I tried to avoid it using the funny pipe, but actually I think it may work out well in a couple situations such as this, and I've got some by the driveway. So here's a section that I've completed, filled in. Got a head there, one somewhere down there, one there, one at the end of the driveway, somewhere over there, and one across right over there. So just to give you a different perspective. That one down there is basically an adjustable one, and these are basically 10-footers at various radiuses, radii. So here's some more part of the yard. Got a couple more trenches to fill in, but wanted to work on the back and get that up and running before I start filling these trenches. But this section is good to go. Did actually put a hose bib, so you can see I ran some 3/4 inch line on top of my sprinkler heads. Got a little sleeve there for in case I hit with a weed whacker. So I'm going to put a hose bib there so we can use well water for that purpose if we need to.